Hey there, what's up? So in this video, I'm going to show you why I think that this is going to be the end of bear market cycles for Bitcoin. Welcome back to the video. My name is Sergio with Serg-Tech, and in this channel, I make life-saving tech videos. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell while you're down there so you don't miss any of my future videos. I'm also going to have a bunch of cool links down below in the description. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why I think this is the end for Bitcoin bear markets. Meaning, since Bitcoin came out back in 2009, there's been bear markets after every peak, lasting for about 3 to 4 years. And then we see a huge inflow of money and demand, and Bitcoin spikes up again, only to be sold off at the tops by savvy traders and big investment companies, wiping out all of the profits of the retail traders. So this has been the case for the past couple of years. However, I don't think that this is going to be the case moving forward. As we are all aware, we are currently right now in a Bitcoin bear market because we reached an all-time high of $68,000 and Bitcoin dropped to about $15,000. So that is about a 75 to 80% drop from the all-time high. So in this video, I'm going to break down why I personally don't think that we're going to see Bitcoin bear markets in the future. So I'm going to explain it to you first, and then I'm going to jump into the charts and show you with past history, because history does not repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme. So you'll see what I mean when we jump into the charts here. So the reason I think Bitcoin is not going to have these bear markets anymore is because once mainstream adoption starts for Bitcoin, which is what we will be seeing, in my opinion, in the next few years, once the ETFs are approved and once Bitcoin has more use case for it, once you can go to Walmart, for example, and pay for your groceries with Bitcoin at the ATM, or order your stuff on Amazon paying with Bitcoin. Once you can do these things, Bitcoin will be mainstream. It'll be going mainstream more and more. And I believe we're not going to see any huge bear markets anymore. Are we going to have corrections? Yes, but I don't think we're going to have such steep corrections like we've been seeing for the past couple of years. I don't think we're going to see these 70 to 80% corrections. What I personally think is going to happen is I think Bitcoin is going to now go on a huge bull trend. It may last longer than what it usually lasts after the halving, which is about 1.5 to 2 years. I think we may have a bull market with corrections along the way for at least, I would say, 5 to 10 years, while Bitcoin is getting mainstream adoption and more use case for it. So what I think is going to happen is that after about 5 to 10 years, once Bitcoin is widely used all over the world, and we're going to have a huge blow off top, it will probably reach 1 million to 1,500,000 by then we're going to see a steep correction because it's just going to be overpriced because of all the hype going into Bitcoin. And even the correction then will probably just be like around a 50% correction, more or less, if there's enough use case for it. All right, so I'm going to go into the charts now and give you an example of why I think this is a very likely scenario. All right, so what we're going to do is first we're going to go into the gold chart here. And the reason we're going to use gold as the example is because gold is an asset class very similar to Bitcoin. They call Bitcoin digital gold, okay? So if you look back, let's go on the monthly chart here for gold. If you look back, gold in the 1970, it was at about $35, $36, okay? In 10 years, so in 1980, gold reached a price of about $870 per ounce of gold. So that is a huge increase in a period of about 10 years. So that was the huge 10-year growth of the value price of gold. In 10 years, it was just a huge bull market. It had one pretty big correction here. So if we put the Fibonacci down here to the top, so it was about a 50 to 60% correction, okay, with all their smaller corrections along the way. And then it just kept going. This was like midway, yeah, it looks 1976. So midway there, a little bit after midway, it had a nice correction and then kept going for the remainder of the 10-year bull run. And that's what I'm thinking that is going to happen with Bitcoin, more or less. After we saw this huge blow off top, we saw the correction, it dropped down, it went back up, and then the price just hovered around the same price levels from the high 200s to 500, and it stayed in this area hovering around here for about 20 years. See, 1980 to 2001, where the next bull run started for gold. So over here in 2001, March of 2001 to be exact, it was at about $250, $260 per ounce of gold. And then what do we know? We have another bull run from 2001 to 2011. So another 10-year bull run with a slight correction along the way, and it reached now a price of $1,915 per ounce of gold. Okay, so another huge push up in price here after a 20-year sideways market, another huge bull run. And now we're breaking the highs over here. We're struggling to break above it. I believe that gold is also going to continue higher with fiat currencies struggling and the banking system. It's a safe haven asset class, so gold will continue to go up if things remain how they are going, along with Bitcoin. But gold has been around for many years. The investment of gold as an asset class, thousands of years. This is just what's being tracked here. It goes back to the 1930s. Yeah, so it's been about 10 years since gold reached its peak. Actually about 12 years now, since we're in 2023. So I should expect it to continue going up. However, like I said, I do expect Bitcoin to go way higher because Bitcoin is so new. And the thing about Bitcoin is that there's so many people still in the world that don't know about Bitcoin, they don't hear about it because they're not interested in it. So it's completely out of their mind on their daily schedule. And for a lot of people, it's also something they don't trust. It's something that, they just don't understand. So once we start seeing more and more people understand and transfer their wealth into Bitcoin, and once we see the use case where you can actually go and buy your groceries and pay your rent and pay all your bills with Bitcoin, that's when we're going to see Bitcoin just skyrocket, and it's definitely going to reach 1 million. Now, do I know when that's going to happen? No, nobody does, but I would say that it's most likely going to happen rather sooner than later. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we should see a huge 5 to 10 year bull run for Bitcoin while it's getting that mainstream adoption, and we're going to see a huge blow off top, and then we're going to have the huge correction. But it's not going to be like the last couple years since Bitcoin started, that every 3 or 4 years we would have a huge long bear market. Yeah, it's going to be just up and up with corrections along the way, I believe, for a few years until all that mainstream adoption is priced in and there's a huge blow off top. All right, everyone. So that's it. That's what I believe for the price and the future of Bitcoin. Go ahead and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and also comment down below and let me know what you think. That's all for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, peace.